What's good, geeks? I'm Jake, and I'm Gen X.
I'm Anna, and I'm Gen Z.
And we are Generational Geeks. So today, we are going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. I know we're a little bit late. This came out on HBO Max and in theaters on Christmas Day. And today's the 30th, so tomorrow is New Year's Eve. And this is the last movie we'll have seen in 2020, but probably won't actually get it posted on YouTube until 2021. So I will start out by saying that this is not necessarily the worst movie we saw in 2020.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So this movie
We
was...
saw Cats in 2020.
Yes, but it was released in 2019. But we saw Harley Quinn, or the Emancipation of the Fantabulous Harley Quinn in 2020. So this movie was directed by Patty Jenkins from a script that she wrote. She also directed the film Monster, which came out in 2003. I didn't see it. My wife saw it back when it came out. She said she liked it. And she also directed Wonder Woman in 2017. But she did not write that Wonder Woman.
It was a good movie, though.
Yes.
This is starring Gal Gadot from Wonder Woman and, well, the 2017 Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Obviously this one. Justice League, Batman vs. Superman. It is also starring Chris Pine from Star Trek, Wrinkle in Time, and The Finest Hours. Kristen Wiig from Saturday Night Live, Bridesmaids, Knocked Up, and finally Pedro Pascal from Game of Thrones, The Mandalorian, and The Great Wall.
Yeah. So I've seen Star Trek movies, the newest ones that had Chris Pine.
We watched Justice League, Batman vs. Superman, and Wonder Woman 2017.
And the stuff that Pedro Pascal was in. Kristen Wiig, I saw Bridesmaids, Knocked Up.
I haven't seen any of the stuff from her.
Oh.
And I saw two of the things from Pedro Pascal, which was Game of Thrones and Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Haven't seen any of Chris Pine's stuff, and I've seen all of Gal Gadot's stuff.
So this film was originally announced for release in December of 2019, before being moved up to November of 2019, and then it was delayed to June of 2020, and then in March, because of Rona, it got pushed to August of 2020, and then in June, because of Rona, it got another delay, pushed to October, and then they finally released it Christmas Day in movie theaters and HBO Max. We did get a week free of HBO Max through Hulu. Movie theaters in Washington State, we're still on lockdown. We actually got another extension today. I don't know if you know that. Because we got pushed out to January 4th, and now it's January 11th. And even then, movie theaters may not be open. This is just for, like, going back into the phases for opening. So, it's been a year since we sat in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Star Wars Rise of Palpatine. Is the last movie we saw in theaters.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to see another movie in theaters. I'm glad it wasn't this one, though.
Me too. I wish we could have seen something like Soul in theaters.
Exactly.
We haven't watched it yet, but it looks good. Yeah. So.
I've heard good things about it.
Yes. This is rated PG-13.
13? Never heard of that
one. PG-13 for sequences of action and violence. It is a superhero film based off of the DC Comics Wonder Woman. We rewind back to the 1980s as Wonder Woman's next big screen adventure finds her facing two all-new foes, Max Lord and the Cheetah, aka Barbara.
Yeah. So, this is going to be spoiler-free. Again,
yes.
If it's not in the trailer and it doesn't happen within the first 5 or 10 minutes of the movie, then we're not going to go into detail. I may do a little bit of a rant at the end of this video, but it'll contain some spoilerish type things, but nothing.
I was even going to ask you if I could say some spoilers.
Yeah, but we'll give you some warning.
I don't even know if I remember what it was, though.
We'll finish our review, and then we'll rate it, and then we'll kind of go into a little bit of a rant.
Yeah.
So this takes place in 1984, 66 years after the first film. Diana works as an anthropologist at the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C., and she's specializing in ancient Mediterranean civilizations. She's also secretly fighting crime as Wonder Woman. At work, she meets a new employee named Barbara Minerva. She's insecure. What?
Can I just say, she doesn't make any attempt to hide her appearance.
Well, but she dresses up.
She doesn't have a mask or anything. She does the same makeup. She
just changes her outfit a little bit.
A little bit. She doesn't even really change her hair. I mean, she parts it in the middle instead of on the side. Because, that makes you a totally different person.
Kind of like glasses. Yeah. So, Barbara, who's a little insecure, she starts to idolize Diana. And then, as you can see in the trailers, Diana's deceased boyfriend from the first Wonder Woman, Steve Trevor, he's alive. Through a series of events.
Yes.
He becomes alive.
And not a series of unfortunate events.
Well, they're pretty unfortunate.
I'm talking about the show.
I know. So, some good things about this movie. I really liked the cast.
Yes. Gal Gadot was amazing as Wonder Woman again.
Yeah, and I really liked the chemistry between her and Chris Pine. Yes, they did a really good job with that.
I think my favorite moments on screen were when they were on screen together.
Yeah, just because of
the chemistry that they have.
Yes. So
they work very well together.
Kristen Wiig, surprisingly, she did a good job, I thought, in this with what she was given. She's always done comedy, and she kind of started out that way. Her character, kind of self-deprecating and comedic, and then she kind of morphs.
It's like she
into
thought
a
she
more
wasn't like
role. The dog's distracting Anna.
I hope they heard that. It's like she thought that she wasn't. I guess she didn't have a good enough personality to just
be a more interesting person.
Yes. And so she just was the comedic relief almost in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
So Pedro Pascal, he had solid performance for what he was given, and the music score, Hans Zimmer, it was fantastic as usual from him. So. Bad about the movie. So this movie was pretty poorly written. The storyline was all over the place. The CGI was horrible. And it actually, I think the CGI turned out better than the trailer.
Yeah.
But
they also made it darker in the movie.
Yes.
To hide the CGI.
I think to hide the CGI, yeah. So, and it was way too long. This was 2.5 hours.
Yeah, they could have cut out some stupid parts.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
So, and without going into spoilers at this time, there's some things that happen in this movie that retcon the events of Batman vs. Superman and Justice League. In my opinion.
Well, you said that we could talk about minor spoilers once you get to your little rant. So
yes, we'll talk about that.
At the end, don't leave yet.
So, you have anything else to add?
No, just a few dialogue pieces that I thought were stupid.
Yeah. So, the more I've thought about this, like I said, we watched this on Christmas Day, which was last Friday, and today is Wednesday. So we're looking at 5 days.
Yeah.
The more I've thought about it, the less I like this movie, and my score has gone down to a 6.
Oh.
Yeah.
Originally, he said 7.
Yeah. But the more I think about it, the more it doesn't work for me. Excuse you. Don't mind the dog.
Yeah.
I know you can't see her, but she's here.
She's roaming around. I give this movie a 7.2.2.
Alrighty then.
No, 7.2.5.
Okay. So, if you like our content, make sure you subscribe.
Share us with your friends, your family.
If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. I probably will, unless I absolutely have to, will never watch this movie again.
If it's on or something, I'll watch it. It was entertaining, at least. I mean, well, parts of it were. Not all of it was entertaining. No. Some of it was just like...
So, for me... They fly now. So Wonder Woman can fly.
You gotta do the spoiler warning.
Spoiler warning.
You're gonna have quacks all over the place now.
Spoiler warning. Wonder Woman flies.
Quack that out.
She flies in this, which she did not fly 30 years later in the Batman vs. Superman or the Justice League movie. So, and...
She swings on lightning.
She swings on lightning.
Me.
And she has a golden armor that we've never seen before.
Well, it was... Well,
and... No. So, they have this whole process of Batman in Batman vs. Superman finding out her identity because she's like in hiding. But in the 80s, she's like this big superhero.
Yeah.
That everybody would have definitely heard about. So, I'm not sure what the deal with that is. So, this just, for me, kind of retconned a lot of stuff that happened in Batman vs. Superman and even Justice League. Because she didn't fly in Justice League. Mm-hmm. She didn't fly in Batman vs. Superman. And Batman acted like he was some great detective because he tracked her down and figured out who she was based off of pictures from World War I.
But at the same time, DC is a universe of universe of universe.
This is not a multiverse issue. No. 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 So what else you got?
Nothing.
Oh, that's
I'm just
it?
saying, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you had some...
I did. I had something, but I forgot it. I think... I don't know. It was mainly... Oh! So... it kind of shows it in the trailer, but the girl that originally wore the golden armor, it was against the entire world, they said. So
armies, yeah.
Yeah. Entire armies, and they were all like attacking her all at once, and she had like the wings wrapped around her and stuff, and they were all attacking her all at once,
so that
surrounding
the
her.
Amazonians could escape to the Mascara.
They were beating on the armor, and it didn't even have a dent in it. It was shiny, it was pretty, it was
yeah, and somehow
that
Diana had it.
Yes.
Had
somehow,
the armor.
But that could be...
Yeah, but, and then they show...
And then they show
So mid-credit scene, they show who was wearing the armor.
Oh, yes. Yeah. But then they show Cheetah ripping...
Yeah, but Cheetah has super strength.
Yeah,
those men that they were fighting didn't have super strength.
Yes, but you'd think after like that many blows, if she could just...
Yeah.
Then...
No, that's a good point.
Yeah.
But women.
And guns.
So, another thing that I wanted to just mention is Patty Jenkins is slated to be the director for Rogue Squadron, the Star Wars movie. And after looking into it, she is not writing Rogue Squadron, the Star Wars movie. So I feel a little bit better about that. Initially, when because she directed the first Wonder Woman, so I hadn't seen 1984, so when I had read that she was going to be directing Rogue Squadron, I was like, okay, I could maybe get behind this. But after
and then you saw
seeing 1984, I was like, oh my gosh, rah, rah, rah. I really hope she doesn't screw that up. But she wrote 1984, and they actually have writers for Rogue Squadron, so I'm still hoping for the best for that movie. We'll see what happens. I'm Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are Generational Geeks.